Hello all, welcome to the Nurse Educator channel. I know this angle is probably awkward for y'all, as it is for me. I am in the car and I have to invest in a phone holder. Haven't done so yet. So I have my phone creatively propped in an area that is looking up, so excuse the angle. But for those of you who are here, it is for a reason. This channel is all about anyone and everyone who is committed to following their dreams, right? So although this is Nurse Nessa and I am on my nursing journey with being in nursing school after having done mental health and education, counseling and coaching, and I'll still do that as well, but now I'm transitioning into nursing and I'm doing so while being married and while having a big family of 5 daughters. So this channel is all about encouraging everyone who wants to pursue nursing or another field that is related to a calling and or a dream. I say and or because your dream might not be the same thing as your calling, but a calling is something that you were meant to do, right? And so it would be easy for me not to do nursing for so many reasons that are obvious. There's a reason why there's a shortage, right? But on the same side, knowing that it is a calling brings me so much purpose when I am doing medical work and health related work. So I'm encouraging anyone who's watching this video to really think about what is your dream, what is your calling, and is there any overlap? For me, there's a lot of overlap because I'm so passionate about people being happier and healthier. Shout out to my other channel, it's Happy Nessa. I am still trying to get on track with uploading there on a consistent basis. But either way, my other channel is all about just life in general and mental health, happiness, physical health, spiritual health. This channel, similarly, is about happiness and health as well, but we're focusing on our ambitions, our careers, our dreams, our calling, right? So I want everyone to see this as a community. The more you all comment and just interact with me, the more I'm going to be encouraged to be on here. I don't want to make any excuses about what I can and can't do with my time right now because YouTube also is a calling. It's a calling because me doing this video is not just because I plan to monetize it someday. Me doing this video is so healthy for me. Getting on here and vlogging is very therapeutic for me, and so I plan to do this for life, whether there's a check or not. You know, I want to share my life with the world, and I want to know about your life, and I want us to be a community of support in different ways. So with that being said, that's what this channel is about. And I want to hear from you all. What are your dreams? What are your ambitions? Do you feel like you have a calling? What perceived challenges do you have about following your dreams or entering nursing if you're someone who's interested in nursing? And then lastly, I'm going to wrap up the video with just talking about nurse entrepreneurship. So there are a lot of people who would do well in nursing but might not want to pursue it because they perceive it to be a field where you cannot make a lot of money. Although that is quickly changing because people know that travel nurses are making straight bank. And there's other ways that you can make money without having a travel nurse as well, because travel nursing isn't necessarily appealing to everyone. So I've been doing my research and there's a lot of different options you have. You can work per diem, PRN. These are different ways in which you're not a staff nurse, so you are basically not required to work full time, and you don't receive benefits, which is, you know, a good thing to have. But when you are PRN and staff and are per diem, your hourly rate is going to be a lot higher because they're not paying you those benefits and you're as needed. That gives you a lot of flexibility with your time. So if you're someone like me who wants to do, you know, nursing and, like I said, mental health, and I want to do events, motivational speaking, what else do I want to do? I'm a group fitness instructor, so I do Zumba and different things like that. So if you're someone with a lot of interest, nursing is a great field where you can literally, you know, pick up a shift or two, or just, it can be so flexible if you're not staffed, you know, full time. If you're just PRN or per diem, or doing a local travel nurse assignment, or doing a further travel nurse assignment, you can work for 2 weeks at a time, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, and then you can take off a month if you want. You can, like I said, work, you know, 1 12-hour shift 1 week, and then the next week you can say, you know, I'm feeling energized. I want to work 5 shifts this week and make a little extra money for my upcoming vacation and get some overtime. it's so much with nurse entrepreneurship that you can do. And there's other fun things that you can do. For example, I'm someone who I love teaching people, hence why I'm on YouTube, teaching people about happiness and health. And so once you become a nurse, it opens up the doors for a lot of entrepreneurial things. So let's think about all those things. You can teach CPR as a nurse. You can, I haven't researched this a lot, but I know I've seen others talking about, what is it called? IV fluid. So that's something where you are traveling locally for the most part. And I don't know if I guess you're going to nursing homes and going to people's homes as home health, and you're just hydrating people with IV hydration. You could work for yourself as a home health nurse, and you have all that flexibility with, your clients. And I'm sure it's super rewarding to work with, a set amount of clients, and you get to see them on a consistent basis. And see them progress and become healthier. What else can you do with nursing? You can be a nurse educator. That's another thing that I didn't really see coming my way, but it's so obvious with me having worked in education and higher ed, and I love to teach. It only makes sense that once I have my RN degree, that I'm going to be able to, maybe teach a class, and with technology being the way it is, as a nurse, you can teach online. So a lot of the classes now are online, especially after the pandemic, not just because it's 2022, but because of the pandemic. So you can do some education or just training with that. There's the list is unlimited. And if you're someone like me who likes to try a lot of different things, just think about all the different fields with nursing, right? With nursing, you have your traditional, hospitals nurse. You have nurses who work in nursing homes. You have nurses who work in schools, so whether it's K through 12 or a college or a university. You have nurses who work, where else? So many different facilities, right? In a doctor's office. So if you don't like the hospital setting and that's too stressful for you, you can do nursing in a doctor setting. If you want more of the doctor vibes, a lot of people are pursuing becoming a nurse practitioner, which is a master's degree where you are able to, it's master's, right? Yeah, it's master's level. It's not doctorate level. So just with the master's in nursing, you are able to become a primary nurse practitioner and do some different things with that. I'm personally not going to pursue that just because, in my opinion, with what I want to do entrepreneurially and with the amount of demand that is present for the RN versus the nurse practitioner, I want to be an RN who practices it at that scope and level because it's a higher demand, and I can still make the same amount of money with less hours if I'm smart about nurse entrepreneurship. So that's why I'm not pursuing. I don't believe I'll pursue my being a nurse practitioner. So yeah, I could go on. Nursing is a great field. Obviously, you cannot do it for the money. I'm not telling anyone to think about whether they want to do nursing for the money. Nursing is for you if you enjoy helping people, if you enjoy the topic of health, and that's where you got to start. If you don't really enjoy helping people and nurturing people, and if you're not really interested in health, nursing wouldn't be the field for you. Obviously, you got to have a lot of patience. It doesn't matter what field you're in. Our healthcare system is short-staffed in so many ways and overwhelmed and not set up, for the best situation when it comes to a work environment. So you gotta have a lot of patience, right? So outside of that, though, I think there's a lot of people who would actually enjoy nurse entrepreneurship and they just don't realize how much is available. Oh, medical spas. Nurses are opening up medical spas, although you have to have a doctor who oversees everything. You can do a lot with in a medical spa. There's a lot of aesthetic things that you can do as a nurse. I mean, the opportunities are endless, right? And it's job security. So I know a lot of us on YouTube are talking about, building wealth and all that great stuff. And wealth means you have multiple streams of income, right? And just think about, hopefully you want one of yours incomes to be so secure. It gives you such peace of mind to know one of your streams of income provides you security. It's always going to be in demand. And I don't know what else would top the list more than nursing. Nurse might be top of the list as far as demand and job security. But there are many other fields as well. So I want to encourage you, follow your dreams. I want to encourage anyone who's just dealing with mental health, even though this channel is more about, dreams and careers. Happiness is all about happiness and mental health. And so I want to encourage anyone, no matter where you are mentally, just remember to look up people like me and others on YouTube who are giving you the science of happiness. It is a science. I don't care what you've been through. I do care. I care about what you've been through, but I can tell you from experience and from other people who've been through way worse than me, happiness is a science, okay? All right? And if you're someone who's open to spirituality, that is the best science you can follow. Spirituality and science are not opposites. There is a science to spirituality. There is a pattern. There are magical things that are happening on a regular basis for people who choose to study the science of spirit. That is it for me today. Again, this is Nurse Nessa, encouraging you all to follow your dreams. You can do it. Do not think about the how. Just take one step. Think about what next step do I have to do to pursue my dreams? What is my calling? Ask yourself those questions and take it from there, one step at a time. Subscribe if you haven't already. Support the channel by liking, sharing the video, and commenting below. At the moment, it's February 23rd, and I want y'all to have a great day and week. Bye.